But here is some constructions. This is probably one of the biggest topics that is hard to teach online. But I could ask Michael then to grab a compass on the side here and draw a arc with it. So you grab the compass and we move it around to show the arc. There we go. What we're going to do today then, Michael, is we're going to construct a perpendicular bisector. When we talk about constructing in maths, okay, this means that we're going to use a ruler, a protractor, and a compass. Okay, we are constructing, we are building this thing that we're going to make. Drawing it into exam preparation, you are going to make sure that your students know that this means don't rub out your workings, your lines, because examiners will not mark if they cannot see the construction lines. Any idea what perpendicular means?
Yes.
Fantastic. I'm loving it. Yeah. Because I've got the camera on, I can see Michael's hand actions to demonstrate what he means. He's drawn it now in the diagram. I've got a little bit lower. What's important about what you've drawn, Michael?
Directly other way around with the
You've
right
just drawn the key thing in there. Okay, this bit here. Okay, so what we're going to make here is a perpendicular. So our line is going to be at right angles. So what we're going to build here is something that is at right angles in two equal sections. I'm going to go back into my math pad. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit so I can see it a bit clearer. We are going to construct the perpendicular bisector to this line. Let's draw it here. Okay, now I have drawn it reasonably flat anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our compass. Okay, so Michael, can you grab the compass? Okay, now I'm going to move it so that my point is at the end of the line. Okay, and I'm going to extend it. So we might have to move it so it's down and touching the line. Down. Okay, and we want to make sure that we are more than halfway. Okay. That looks like more than halfway. I would suggest that we now go in and we lock the compass in place. When a student does this physically, you'll need to make sure that the student is not moving the compass. It needs to stay tightly fixed. Now I'm going to draw a really big arc. Big all the way up and all the way down. Okay, you can go all the way around. Down, there we go. Fantastic. I have a massive arc there. I'm now going to pick up my compass and I'm going to move it to the other end. There we go, there we go, down we go. Now again, I'm going to draw attention. We have got the compass locked. It's not changing size. So I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to draw a really big arc. Okay, but this time it's going the other way. Fantastic. Okay, so now we can turn the compass off. I want to draw a straight line now through the two points that I've just made at the intersections of the arc. So this one here down to this one here. I'm going to draw a straight line. Fantastic. There we go. Now, as we said, we are going to leave our construction lines in, so we don't, when we do this with pencil and paper, rub out any of these curves. But if I was to measure, now I'm just going to grab it here. Here is my protractor. I'm going to move it into place. And I'm going to measure the angle that I've got. That my protractor tells me that I have made a right angle in here. I'm also going to bring in my ruler and measure it. So the length of this line is, let's call that 10.4, 10.3. Mm-hmm. So half of 10.3 would be 5.15. And here we go. We're at 5.1. Just with the accuracy on the calculator. So I have now constructed a perpendicular bisector. So this is a really useful way of being able to teach this topic online, which is an absolutely challenging topic to teach, getting students to move things around on this one. So the compass can move, we've got pens, all of those sorts of things. There are loads of different tools within MathsPad, but you need a subscription for them, but you can access a whole host of these, helping students to learn decimal blocks, fraction bars, factor trees, being able to break our numbers down. So you have got pretty much every maths tool that I would use as a maths tutor online to be able to teach these topics.